Hello, good people of the internet. My name is Andy, and you're watching Geek Curio. Today, we're going to have a look at the website Hero Forge, which enables you to make and design your own minis. Now, just as a disclaimer, I'm not being paid to advertise this. This is purely off my own back. However, what I will be doing is pointing you in the direction of someone who actually paints these. And like I say, Hero Forge have a fantastic deal on at the moment, which is going on with their Black Friday and online sales. And a very good friend of mine actually has a Hero Forge tier on his Patreon. So I'm going to be pointing you in his direction as well. He doesn't know that I'm doing this, by the way. So it's going to be as much a surprise for him as it is for anyone else. So what is Hero Forge? Well, basically it's an online application which runs within a web browser. And what you can do, you can pick lots of different assets, 3D modeled assets, and apply them to your own miniature. And this encompasses a vast number of races, lots of different settings. So you've got a sci-fi, a fantasy, a medieval settings, and also a lot of different poses as well. I've been using Hero Forge for a couple of years now. So let's dive in and have a look at Hero Forge. Okie dokie, so I have loaded up the page, and as you can see, there is a special offer at the moment where you can get the digital STL downloads. Now Hero Forge they can print the mini for you. They can do it in plastic and other different metals as well. Some of them go up to a very, very expensive price. But if you have access to a 3D printer, the easiest way to get started is by getting hold of one of these digital STL downloads. And like I mentioned before, there are some hobbyists out there who will happily accept you sending the STL to them, and they can print and paint it for you for a price. And the person I was mentioning earlier is a very good friend of mine, Mr. Michael Mordor. And what I'll be doing is I'll be putting some links to his Patreon and his Twitter page below. So if you are interested in having your own miniature, I definitely recommend checking him out. I'm a Patreon of his, and he is an absolutely fantastic guy. Probably one of the nicest blokes I've ever met. And his work is absolutely phenomenal. I've got some of his work in the shelves somewhere behind me. Okie doke, so let's have a look at what is available. So, as you can see, we have the first thing you look at is a species. Lots of new options here for me now. So, I've not seen the insect one before. Just going to click on that, and it will probably take a little while to load. You got the human, which is pretty much your typical one. Elves, half elf, dwarf, elemental. That's new since I was last here. Gnome, half orc. Let me just check this guy out. That's cool. Halfling, half demon. Also doing some half dragons, which is kind of interesting. It's very different to what I would do a half dragon as, or how I'd imagine one. Anthro Feline. So this must be some sort of a lycanthrope or werewolf. Anthro Feline, which is catfolk, or otherwise known as tabaxi. Let's have a look at these. Yeah, slight differences between that one. Rat folk, which I've not heard before. Minotaurs or Minotaur. And this one comes with an XL size base. So this is very much all new to me. Turtle person. I know that the guys at the First Watch webcast, who I interviewed a couple of months back, they actually used Hero Forge to do their turtle person, or turtle. Lizard folk, raven folk, and I do actually remember seeing a video of the 3D artists working on this as well. There is tons. There's a lot more than I actually realised. So we've got fawn, forest guard, and these are quite big, so I'm quite interested to see what sort of scale base these ones have. Elephant folk, goblins, feral goblin, which is a bit more like it. I like a bit of feral goblins. Zombies, which I do remember was part of the original one that I saw. Skeletons again, original. Goblinoids, hobgoblins, robots. To be honest with you, I didn't realise there was this many. It's been a while since I've been on this site. Half giants, aquatic humanoids. I like that. Reminds me of Kevin Costner's Waterworld. Not as obvious though. Centaurs. Right, that is actually really impressive. Orcs, kobolds, naga, serpent folk, frog folk. I'm assuming they've just pretty much hired a hell of a lot of 3D designers because there's a lot more than I saw before. Fox, which to be honest with you, I think that looks a bit more like a Tabaxi or what I'd expect a Tabaxi to look like. Bears and alien. Let's have a quick look at the alien one. And like I say, with all these species, you can pretty much customize them pretty much any way that you want. Let's see what we're going to make. I am going to make an orc. And let's say we've got these different heads, plenty of different faces to choose from. And you can even go into details such as the ears. So if we wanted to give them a bit of different ears, some mad ears, let's go with that. Let's give them a beard as well. So we want to have a bit of a, yeah, it's making me think of a bit of a blacksmith orc maybe. Teeth, we're going to leave it as it is because we can't really see with that beard anyway. And you can even change the expression, so this is quite interesting. Oh no, it's been moved, so it's gone to the pose menu. So the pose is something that I used to play around with quite a bit as well. So have them doing a bit of a sidekick. Don't know what that one's called. Heavy weapon. Okay, so you can pretty much put a weapon in his hand. That's a cool one. I'm gonna go with that for now. We also have mount options as well. Now, obviously, that pose probably doesn't work very well, and also because it's XL height, they're actually not allowing us to use a mount, which is fine. So I'm going to get some gear instead. And oh wow, there's plenty. Let's give him a crossbow. Right, hand crossbows or large crossbows. Let's give him that. How about a bit of a piercing? On the left here. We can't do multiple, which is a pity. Well, there probably isn't. They even do belly piercings. And let's get him some clothes as well. So an orc normally has quite thick skin. So yeah, that's awesome. And as you can see, in just a few steps, I've managed to pretty much create a orc pirate, which oddly enough was a, let's go change the pose as well. Oh, that's awesome. Odd enough, an orc pirate was something that me and my friend were working on, a one shot at one point. No, I'm really liking that totally. Almost tempted to swap the ears back, but I'm just going to leave him long anyway. That way he's got a name. You can call him Long Ear. You could even give a wooden base for him as well. Now, anyone who's been watching me do 3D printing will know that I'm not a fan of printing bases. But if you've got something where you've got a pose like that, that's brilliant. Okay, I'm actually going to stick with that. Now, something else that Hero Forge has recently come into is doing color printing. So I've not actually used this before. I'm also not 100% sure if I'd want to color things in on digitally. I'd probably prefer to do the painting myself, but the good thing is I can literally use this, and this is the first time I've actually seen this, to be honest, to get an idea of what I want it to look like. So that is superb. See, the green and purple and the kind of my colours as well. But I want to go a bit more authentic. Look at that. I like that a lot. And decals. I'm not pro, so I can't do that. And paints. So once again, this is I'm not going to mess around with this. But no, look at that. I've put that together in no time. So let's have a look at the card. There you go. These are the prices for if you want it printed or designed by them. So they do plastic, premium plastic. The XL models, which this one would be, I believe, would actually run an extra $10 on top. Color plastic, you're looking at $45 plus $15 because this is an XL model. So you're looking at $60. Um, and they also do bronze as well. And wow, that would be looking at 200 and just under $200. But the one that I'm going to urge everyone to go for would be the STL download. You can't go wrong with that at all. And to be honest with you, I'm going to go for that. So as you can see, Hero Forge is a fantastic place where you can get the mini of your dreams. And like I said, there's a lot of options, a lot of customization that you can do. I mean, I just managed to put together an orc pirate in just a couple of minutes just for the making on this video. And even messing around with the colors, I think that's fantastic. I mean, like I say, I'm always one to want to paint my minis myself. I'm not too sure how the plastic actually comes out. But it's really, really impressive, and I'd probably use that as a guide, as a painting guide. So being able to actually add color to a 3D model and then see how that turns out gives you an idea of what it's going to be what sort of thing you want to be working towards. But like I said, I want you to check out the links for not only Hero Forge but Michael Mordor as well. He's got a Patreon tier where pretty much you can send these STLs to him and he will print and paint them for you. And he's an excellent painter as well. And like I say, with Hero Forge's Black Friday deal that they're doing at the moment, I'm not too sure how long that's running for. I will check and I'll add it to the description in the video below. At $3.99 with all the options available to you, you'd be mad not to do it. So once again, thank you ever so much for making it this far. If you have enjoyed this video, please remember to hit that like button below. I get quite a few video views, but not necessarily the likes or unlikes. And to be honest with you, I appreciate both because it tells me whether you're enjoying it or not. So likes would be really appreciated. If you have any feedback or just want to contact me, by all means, feel free to hit me up in the comments section below. I read each and every one of them. And if you enjoyed this video and really enjoyed this video and like what I do, please feel free to subscribe by hitting that subscribe button below. So that's all for me. Stay safe and take care.